This is a very tough situation. We're doing the best that we can, but just understand we do not want this to happen to anyone else. We're here to raise public awareness and go from there.
Thank you, Clarence.
Yes, sir.
Ebony, would you like to say anything?
Just a few words. He was our middle child. So with a younger brother and an older sister, he played that role well. He was a great big brother, great role model, and he also was very protective of his older sister as well. He truly had the gift of love, compassion, the athleticism, and that big smile that everybody loved about him. We're still in shock about how all this happened. Had we known the risk of him swimming in that lake, nobody would have ever chosen to get in. So we definitely want the public to know that there are major risks swimming in Lake Murray and any other body of water or any other lake that's around as well. So there needs to definitely be some awareness about it, and we don't want his death to be in vain, because had we known, he wouldn't have been in it.
And so the Carr family is committed to making sure that there's long-lasting change as part of Jaysen's legacy. And some things that we found out so far is that Lake Murray, people are confused and think it's just a public body of water. Lake Murray is owned by Dominion Energy. It's a very sophisticated public-private partnership. Dominion Energy owns Lake Murray for purposes of creating energy. And the Department of Environmental Services handles the testing of water and things of that nature. Currently, as the status quo is right now, the Department of Environmental Services tests 122 beaches for bacteria that can be harmful, and then they issue PSAs if the levels are found to be harmful. There is no funding directed to our lakes that host our residents who like to get some reprieve from the heat during the summer months. And Jaysen was a smart kid. If he would have known that the risk of this deadly amoeba in consistent waters that are above 80 degrees could turn deadly, he would not have swam in that water. And that's what needs to be done. We're asking, and the Carr family wants to see some policy changes here. The state already has a mechanism in place for testing bodies of water. They've done that for our beaches because our beaches are what attracts tourism, but our lakes is where the residents go. And there should not be a distinguishing between the two. They have the same system in place. So one thing we'll be asking for is that the Department of Environmental Services immediately convene to start that testing. And the most tragic thing that really upset me and the Carrs as well is nobody ever reached out to them. Not one agency head. There's never any testing of the water. There's no questioning of where Jaysen was swimming and playing in the water to figure out where this happened. That's the whole purpose of an independent investigation, because we're doing the work that the agency should have done. You have 5 law enforcement agencies on Lake Murray: Saluda County Sheriff Department, Newberry County Sheriff Department, Richland County Sheriff Department, Lexington County Sheriff Department, and the Department of Natural Resources. If somebody dies in a single car accident, car wreck, there's a mate report. If somebody died in a boat wreck, there will be an investigation of it. But you have kids who are playing in the water, everybody using the water, and if somebody dies of a deadly amoeba, which could have been tested for, and PSAs could have been put out there, there's no testing that has ever been done.